It's Wednesday afternoon, and here's your update on what's going on in American politics. RFK Jr., who was previously adamantly anti vaccine, has now decided that he is pro vaccine in some cases. He's doing his Senate confirmation hearing, and he could very well be lying, but he said that he wouldn't oppose the polio vaccine, even though he previously said that vaccine probably killed more people than polio ever would have. He doesn't oppose the COVID-19 vaccine, he just wants to make sure people are given information on other forms of treatment. And though for years he falsely claimed that the measles vaccine causes autism, he is now saying he won't take away anybody's vaccines and he will leave the decision to vaccinate your children up to the parent and doctors. Trump promised he would end the war in Ukraine on day one of his presidency, and today he announced that he's going to have a private meeting with Putin in which he's going to tell him to end the war right now or face tariffs and more sanctions. And President Trump has ordered thousands of troops to the southern border to help with border control. Now, all the military can do right now is help with paperwork and security, but if the president were to invoke the Insurrection Act, he could do like a little martial law on the border, which would mean that the military takes over control of everything in that territory. Folks living in border communities and people seeking asylum would have fewer constitutional rights should he do that. And it allows the military to directly police civilians in the United States. So hopefully that doesn't happen. And starting yesterday, Trump is allowing ICE to go into schools, hospitals, and religious centers looking for undocumented or what he calls illegal aliens. Now, folks are particularly worried about them going into schools because that's scary to a kid, right? And Tom Homan, the border czar, he's calling himself, has said, too bad. If they can find children who are undocumented, they can sort of root out their parents and try to deport the whole family at once. So what we've been telling folks to do, and what we're doing in my family, is sending the children to school with a copy of their passport and their birth certificate to show that they are American citizens in case they are detained in some way. And that goes in the backpack, it goes to the teacher, and it goes to the front office. In addition, the first time Trump was president, I worked in a restaurant, and we used to program a Micros button so that I could ring something in and it would go to all the printers in the kitchen in the back of the house that said La Migra, table 86. And that just let them know that ICE had walked in the front door. You are not required to speak to ICE. They must have a warrant from a judge to question you or to detain anyone. It is very unlikely that they will have that paperwork with them when they're doing these raids. They are counting on your fear. It's not what we want to do, but it's better safe than sorry type stuff. And it's sad and it's really dystopian when you're telling a child, hey, you have a special thing. If you see a policeman, make sure you show him your special paperwork. He'll be so excited to see it. Show me how you're going to show them your paperwork. But we have to keep each other safe.